10 facts about Bella Goth that you probably didn't know. Remember to subscribe and hit the like button. In Sims 3 in the Sunset Valley you can find Bella living as a child, and here you can find this bachelor family, which are described that the bachelors are a tightly knit family, and Sims sees to it that everyone is in its place. If only the other neighborhood kids were as well behaved as his and Bella. So here you can see Bella, and her maiden name is Bachelor, so she hasn't always been goth, and her mother's name is Jokasta and father's name is Simis. Oh, so that wasn't written wrong. His name is Simis, interesting. And then there's Bella's older brother Michael. As you can see, she has a good relationship to her family, and here you can see Mortimer Goth as a child as well. Her traits are brave, good and lucky. Favorite is French decor, she likes ratatouille, and her favorite color is red, of course. She is a B grade student right now, and she is described as the best dressed girl you'll ever meet, who loves to talk to the people. In a Sims Mobile, when you first begin or start the game, Bella Goth will show up to your lot and settle you into the new home. She will help you how to play the game and guide you with the process to learning how you can easily play the game. You can also build a relationship with her, which will enable you to interact with her, call with her and socialize with her when you play the game. There is actually a lore in The Sims 2 on PSP with Bella Goth. When you meet Bella, you first learn that she is hiding out in the strange town, and she is running away because she got abducted by the aliens. And in the game, she also reveals a little details about her past life. Example, she says that she really never loved Mortimer, or she married him just for the money and straight for the free cable. But in other games, she never points that out. Apparently, Bella was never intended to be captured or vanished after The Sims 1 and The Sims 2. In Sims 2 and now in The Sims 4 there was these milk cartons where were these missing papers in the side of the carton. So the family was really seeking her. And where was she last seen? Well, we all know that she was looking telescope at Don Lothario's roof. She was supposed to show in The Sims 2 as a regular townie, but there was basically some kind of glitch or bug, so she never appeared in the town. Her remains are at the Pleasant Views game code. That's why she can be found at the strange town, no memory. It's not because the lore, but because there was some kind of bug. But it's so interesting and funny that glitched Bella is right now lore in the Sims community. So as we all know, the Sims 4 lore or the timeline is different from any other Sims games. In this version there is Mortimer and there is Bella, who are married, and their child Cassandra and then Alexander. Even though they are on the different timeline, there's still the core of the Bella and her family remains the same. They are example wealthy, and they still live in this gothic mansion, which is very big and very red, as I can say. But there is one little thing that is same at all the Sims games, and that is that there isn't so much or exactly any electronics in the house. And this is very interesting, I would say, and I'm loving that they are having this graveyard with the refreshes, because they didn't have that before that. Did you know that Bella Goth is translated in many different ways depending on where she lives? Example, in here in Finland, she isn't Bella, she is called Johanna. In The Sims 2, in Spain, she is Elvira Lapida, which is apparently translated as gravestone, and in the Dutch version of her name is Kerkhof, which means graveyard. In the Sims 4 version, example in German, the name is Julia von Spinweb, which means cobweb, but after a while it apparently changed to the Grussel, which translates as scary. Let me know down in the comment section, is Bella Goth in your country carrying her real name, or is it translated, because this is really interesting. Bella's appearance has changed a lot in every single Sims game and also has a timeline with her storyline. And of course with the Sims 4 we got the new rework with her, which looks really nice. In the old Facebook game called The Sims Social, you can actually meet Bella in there, and she has lost her memory. She appears in the neighborhood called Little Haven, and in the lore it's based on after the events of The Sims 2, no memory, and her quest is to discover her past. And while she is investing and finding the answers to the who she is, she eventually settles down into Little Haven and make a new life in there. She still wears the red dress and players can be friends with her, but you could actually never be the best friends with her, or you can't fall in love with her. There is actually 2 books in The Sims 3 that is about Bella Goth. The one is called Where's Bella, and it is said to be referenced both to her abduction and the book Where's Waldo, where is this little guy who you need to find from the bigger picture. And then there is also a book which is written by Alexander Goth called Murder in Pleasantville. And there is actually a little conflict in the timeline, because in The Sims 3 the Bella is a child and Alexander Goth is her child. So in The Sims 3 that couldn't be happening, that the Alexander is her son. But however there's still been a little conspiracy theory about the time traveling in the Sims series, so maybe there is something about that. The last one is kinda rumor based, but in the Sims 2 there is this painting called Bella Squared, and they say that if you put that painting in your wall, there can be a rare happening that the Bella will show up into your lot. And it is based on, because we have this tragic clown painting also, but this has actually never been confirmed, and it is really rumor based fact. But I really love that there is something fan-based lore about these things, and that way makes the lore more deep. By the way, it is so funny that Bella is disappeared and last seen with the Don, and after that Don is getting married with the Cassandra. I hope you had a good time with this video, and let me know if there was something that you didn't know, and I see you in the next video, and have a great week. So bye!